Hello, my name is Dylan and welcome to Boosting Ethanol plays through Forza Horizon Part 9. Now, here we are with the BMW Z4 doing a burnout. You might be wondering, where did you get the Z4 from? Well, I had a bit of recording issues. First time I recorded, the audio crashed. So I redid it, built up this Z4 for the event, and then I got a phone call. So, I know I could have probably have edited it out or whatever, but I didn't really want to have a massive sort of file and have to edit through it. Plus, I think it'd be more natural if I just sort of talk like I am now. So anyway, basically, in short, this briefly what this BMW is: rear-wheel drive, over 550 horsepower, 295s on the back with racing tyres and full aero, maxed out handling parts. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's twin turbo as well. Yeah, I blew a load of money of it. I got the Blue Wristband as well. Forgot about that. And the events we're going to be doing today is the Oakley Heatwave, which we're using the Z4 for. The GoPro Eurocross, I already did these two events. Because, yeah, and then the audio failed, as I've said. And the Recaro 70s Rock Out. So for this, we're using the Audi Quattro that you win in the showcase event. Now, I will go back and do the showcase events, and I'm not going to have that sort of in the video now. But so like now, if I want a car for an event and there's a showcase for it, then I will do it, and then I'll sort of redo them at some point later. Yeah, did I mention what I was using for this? I'm using a Pontiac Trans Am, which doesn't seem to be particularly good. Anyway, we're going to do this event. Yeah. This car, it's interesting to drive, to say the least. We'll go with interesting, yeah. I also got a new sort of rival. So yeah, basically it's what's his name, Max Crash that we saw at the beginning. Yeah, it's basically him.
Which one of these pedals is the brake? Forget it. Who needs brakes?
Yeah, a couple of cars. I was tempted to go with the 211, but I felt like the PI might have been a bit too high, and I seem to remember in the Horizon games they can be a bit understeering. Although I do kind of regret going with this Z4, since apparently it's got too much power for the rear wheels. Maybe it needs some longer gear ratios. Mind you, I'm doing 130 in third, so minor crash. Oh gosh. Yeah, this car will just lose control. There's so much wheel spin on this. You just can't make any sudden movements with this car. It's just got way too much power. I wouldn't recommend going with the Z4 for this event. But if you can control it, or I guess if you're using traction control or whatever, I guess probably use it, as it's kind of OP if you can get it to work. Since it's the lowest PI car. Yeah. Right, can I make a comeback? I highly doubt it, but I'm gonna try anyway. No, it's that wall there. And then of course the car would spit me out. Right, so if the other events are going to be around 3 minutes, and I know I can win them first time, I think what's going to happen is Yeah, I'll keep the first take on camera, just so I don't have to sort of keep talking about or sort of redo the points I made or whatever. So the conversation sort of keeps natural. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do with, again, the audio glitches or something. Right, brake early for here, and dive up the inside because the brakes on this car are amazing. You can carry quite a lot of corner speed if you handle it right. No, I'm not going to go any lower than any lower than third gear now. I think that's the secret to driving this car. Be one gear ahead of what you should be. Okay, you know your car has has a lot of torque if you can pull on something like an ADR8 a couple of gears above where you should be. Yeah, well, if I knew about staying in a gear above how you should drive it, I think I'd have this a lot easier. Oh. No, I don't want to downshift. It's my first instinct to change down a bunch of gears. You can hear the clicking in the background, and you know how much movement, how many movements I'm making throughout the event. Oh wow, that's... Yeah, this car at least keeps you awake.
I'm liking this.
20 points away. Anyway, we're gonna redo some events. The events I've already done now. Yeah, I'll just get over there and start driving. Quickly before I jump cut, the street races, like the street racing hub that I had unlocked, all the street races are now open, so perhaps if something expensive comes along that I want to buy, I'll probably finish those off or something. Honestly though, I think with the amount of money I have now, I think I should be okay. Anyway, right, we're gonna do these two events now. So see you in a second. Right, here we are now. At the at the event. Here's the Trans Am built up. I think I did a couple of engine upgrades. Put a supercharger on it. Exhaust and something else. I was kind of surprised how little difference engine upgrades make, like especially compared to like the newer Forza games. Yeah, because on the Forza games now, like Forza 6, you put on an air filter and your car goes up 10 pi for like a 2 horsepower gain or whatever, and whereas here it seems like a lot more sensible. Oh yeah, so the car's here. I kind of regret going with the Pontiac Trans Am here.
Just wipe out on the first bend. I'll give you a nudge if you need.
You're in front of me, how would you give me a nudge? But yeah, I kind of regret going for this car, in a way, for this circuit, because it's kind of tight. I don't know, it seems almost like a city track or something. I was tempted to go for something like the 2002 Turbo or the 2000 GTR, or in fact the Lancia Stratos. These were sort of my three other options for this. Decided to go with the Trans Am because I most likely won't go for many muscle cars for this Let's Play. I'm a massive Japanese sort of JDM car fanboy, so I won't deny that at all. I love Japanese cars, so I will most likely have a bias to that throughout the Let's Play. And I don't know, most of the time I prefer European cars, especially old ones. I think oh, turned in way too early there. I think sort of 60s American cars are the best, and modern ones actually. I quite like some modern muscle cars. Sort of 80s, 90s Japanese and European cars are sort of my favourite though. I don't know, I don't really tend to like European cars too much, apart from in the 80s and 90s with stuff like the E30 and stuff. I think now they all look kind of weird looking and kind of all too similar. Maybe that's just me though. I don't know, especially with what's it called now, the F82, M4 or M3, I can't remember. Anyway, that looks really weird. It looks like they built like a proper 3 Series and then just melted it or something. Because it's just got all these weird curves and stuff, and I just don't like that. I still like, somewhat like, some modern European cars. But you know, I still think they're kind of weird. Right, so we're catching up on them now, the leaders. Not too hard this event. I mean, you know, all you have to do is just make sure you don't make too many silly mistakes. Like that. Almost went into reverse there, that's why I changed up in a second. I thought I did, and turns out this game's got it won't let you change into reverse while moving forward, which is kind of handy. I'll get him now. All the talk, thank you very much. Heavy and slow, and it's just, you need to sort of prepare, like the brakes and everything, that's fairly good. I'm scratching myself now. Yeah, rather than trying to turn, yeah, brakes, they're pretty sharp, steering, and you can turn in, but I don't know, there's just something sort of lazy about the way this car drives. And I've already done this event, so no point in you know, no points, no point in, well, no points, no, that doesn't really say, or I can't think of a sentence that makes sense in. Yeah, anyway, I didn't get points for that because I've already done it. I'm not going to jump to next event because it's just over there, and also this video seems to be kind of short. I mean, last time I said that the video was like 20 minutes long. Another barn find rumour.
The area is marked on your map.
Right, so there's the Red Rock. No, that's weird. Haven't I got the outpost up there? We'll probably get that barn find when we do street racing or something, or when we unlock events up there. And there's also right after I fast travelled from there to the main hub for the first time recording episode 6, I got that barn find, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to drive all the way back down there, but oh well. Yeah, I may go around and drive all these roads just so I can save 100% of this game, but I probably won't do it on camera unless my internet decides to hold up. Right. Yeah, okay. I know there's the Delta Integrale, but I didn't want to use the same car again, so I decided to go with the Quattro. And I'll do the the showcase event in a separate video. Actually, about now it looks like this video is going to be sort of average length. 17 minutes actually if I'm going to jump up the 4.5 mile journey, I guess. I kind of wish I remembered about the Golf R stuff for this event.
Well, girls, I won't disappoint you.
What do you say? I can't hear him. He talks in like a ridiculous high-pitched, quiet voice. Yeah, I'm thinking about now, in between the videos, I probably could have bought myself a Golf R and built it up, perhaps rather than using the Quattro. But I don't know. I quite like the Quattro. One of my favourite European cars. Actually, speaking of the European, yes, it's in last race we were talking about European cars. Kind of funny how now we do a race in European cars. I decided to talk about Japanese. No. Now we're doing a race in European cars. Despite last race, I was talking about European cars. I don't know why did I suddenly try and talk about Japanese cars? That's how much of a fanboy I am. That's it. Yeah, I still want my R34. I don't know, maybe we should start a GoFundMe or something. Buy this kid that can't even drive it in real life, an R34. And then I'll just have like other goals or something, like where I get to modify it, and then I don't know, maybe like sort of backing goals can be like sort of say like pay $100 or whatever, and have enter this vote to decide what wheels go on the car. Despite the fact that I totally put on the what they call the Nismo GT4s or something. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the wheels. There's these 5-spoke Nismo wheels. They're on the Z-Tune actually. That's sort of how I inspired. That's sort of how I want my R34 to look. Bright yellow Z-Tune with a bare carbon fibre bonnet. Oh. Nailed it. And about the back of the pack. But yeah, bright yellow, Z-Tune body kit, top secret wing, and over 700 horsepower. Probably with a stripped out interior. Or at least like a lightened interior, no carpets, etc. Yeah, I am now starting to talk about Japanese car. It's weird. I don't know. Right. Anyway, dive up the inside. Well, I made up like 4 places. That probably wasn't 4 places. I would say cue the action replay, but I don't particularly. It's not I don't enjoy editing. It's just that it can be a bit awkward, especially for playthroughs where I just want to record a bunch of videos. Don't particularly want to think sort of too much about it, or yeah, you know, editing. Just sort of lazily do it. Oh, I did the exact same thing there. Why? I mean, I did win this event already, this race event, whatever. So I'm fine with that. Whatever. Anyway, I almost got that race. But, just happened to spin out in the final corner. And no points because I've already done this event. Anyway, if you've enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next video.